Hi friends, welcome to another edition of 4-Minute Fridays. My name is Gary and today I want to talk to you about the G.R.O.W tool. Now, I'm do a little bit of construction stuff around the house, not a lot, but there's some tools that you just use once in a while, but there are certain tools that you use all the time, like a hammer, a screwdriver, measuring tape. For me, this G.R.O.W tool is something that I use all the time. I've used it with leaders, working with them sometimes in their marriage and family issues. I've worked with leadership teams, strategic planning. It's a very, very simple thing that helps you get from kind of where you are to where you need to be. It's a simple acronym. I don't even remember where I came up with this, where I saw this, but it's G.R.O.W, goal, reality, options, and what. The goal is, where is it that we want to be? So we've got the right people in the room, we're the leadership team, we're kind of talking about stuff, and let's say that, think of it this way, let's say like, okay, our goal is to get to New York City. That's our goal, that's our destination, okay? Pretty easy to agree on the goal. But then the reality part is the hardest part of this whole process, because the reality is, let's say that we're in Portland, okay? But let's say that we are in Portland, but we think that we're in Los Angeles, or we think that we're in Orlando. Listen, if you don't know for sure where you are, which is your reality, if you don't know really where you are, you will never be able to get to where you want to go. You'll take the wrong roads every time. Most groups that I work with, most organizations that I work with, even sometimes most couples that I work with, they simply are lost in the realm of reality. They have to really mine hard. I mean, everybody kind of wants the same thing. The goal part is easy, but the reality part is a challenge. You have to think, sometimes hard numbers, facts, spreadsheets, all that kind of stuff is part of the reality. But then there are other aspects of the reality, the strength of your leadership team, the level of trust, the history that you have, the endurance levels that you have, the leadership team that you bring together. All these things factor into the reality, and you really got to work hard at understanding what your reality is. Sometimes when you're going through a difficult time, especially, the reality keeps changing, so you have to kind of keep going back to that reality piece. Get that one right. If you don't know really where you are, you'll never be able to get to the goal of where you want to be. The O is for options. So if I am in, let's say I've figured out I'm definitely in Portland and I definitely wanted to get to New York. So what are my options? Well, I could drive, we could take a plane, we could take a blimp, we could hitchhike, we could walk, we could get on a ship and circumnavigate the earth to get there. There's all kinds of ways, there's options to get there. Let yourself think through the options. That's the great thing of brainstorming. I just get out a big sheet of paper and we work through the G, we work through the O, and we get to the O. We just have fun. We write every possible idea, and even a bad idea. You know this, even a bad idea will sometimes spawn a really good idea. Think wide. Think of all kinds of options, and then ultimately you got to get to the big W. The W is, what are you going to do? Now, if you're a person like me who has a bias toward action, your temptation is going to want to run right to the what. Well, this is what we've got to do. Yeah, maybe. Or maybe to the options and then to the what. Listen, you have to start with the goal, and you have to really mine that realities piece. And then once you start working through the options, it really becomes pretty simple to know right away, okay, this is what we need to do. Or we need to start with this, and then if this doesn't work, this is our backup plan. Once you know the goal, once you're really clear on your realities, the options are pretty exciting to deal with, and you will come to the what. You will come to the action point, and then you got to pull the trigger on that. Because listen, just making a decision is not an action. There's an old joke that says 3 frogs sat on a lily pad, one decided to jump off. How many frogs were still in the lily pad? The answer is 3. Because there's a big difference between deciding to do something and actually doing it. You have to get to the what, and you have to pull the trigger and take the action. Hey, if you miss it, you know what? You regroup, you start over, you re-drill your reality, and you keep working through it. If you will do these things, you will continue to grow yourself as a leader, but you'll also, more importantly, help others to grow, help your organization to grow. And if you can do that, you can be part of something that's very, very special. Hey, we'll see you again on the next edition of 4-Minute Fridays.